Hi families, today I'm going to be doing a little how-to video with you on making recycled planters with things that you probably have laying around your house already. We're going to go over a couple different styles of things that you can do and a couple of different materials that you can use. We all have like some plastic milk jugs or soda containers or juice containers, any of those kinds of things. So if you have those, grab them up. We're also going to need a little bit of glue, water, if you have it, some permanent markers, acrylic paint. You can use some tissue paper, or I'm going to be using just some colored printer paper, fabric scraps. Really, you can utilize a lot of things that you have around your house depending upon whatever you have, because that's exactly what I did. I did not go out and buy anything. I scrounged around my house. So let's get started and let's get creative. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need here, and I'm going to shift your camera, so be patient with me because I am not a professional camera person. Shift you over here so you can kind of see what I have going on. Okay, so I have several different containers. I think this is actually an empty vinegar bottle, and then a water bottle and a milk jug. So the first thing you want to do is decide the shape of your planter. And then this is something, you can kind of talk about with your kiddo. And then you'll want to trace out the shape. I just did really a simple one on this one. I'm going to make it into a little bunny. So I just did simple bunny ears. And then, of course, cutting around, making the lines around the edge. And you can see I've got a little bit of stickiness on there from the label. Don't even worry about that because we're going to cover it all up. So trace out your shape that you're going to make. Super simple, nothing really spectacular. Don't worry about your drawing skills because, again, we're going to cover it all up. This one I got a little braver with, and I decided I was gonna do a dinosaur. So there's my dinosaur head, and I'm going to attempt to attach a tail. So I drew an extra tail on the back here from the excess piece that we're going to cut off. So there's my tail, and then there's the little dinosaur head, and then again, this is the base of the planter. Now for this one, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to make a hanging planter with this one. So we're actually going to be flipping it upside down. So I'm just going to follow the natural crease in the jug. So I didn't actually draw a line on this one because I'm just going to cut it along there. So the first thing you'll want to do after you have drawn on your shape is just kind of go to town and cut it out. Let's start with the simple little bunny one. I'm going to use an X-Acto knife, but a box cutter should work. If you don't have either of those, scissors will probably work. With the scissors, you just may have to poke a hole higher up so that you don't mess up your design. Do this really quickly. I'll try to do this one. And I won't make you sit through me cutting all of these. We'll start with the bunny, and then I'll stop the video and I'll show you kind of my finished products. But I just want to show you one on how to get it all going. So obviously this is a parent part of the job. I apologize for that horrific sound. I don't know what that sounds like on the camera. Just get it all cut out. It's really funny, this bottle is really sticky. Almost done. One more ear. These would be really fun. Easter is coming up. For your littles. And so basically what we're going to do is a little bit of decoupaging essentially for these. or you can opt to paint them. I will say that if you're going to paint them, you can use washable paints. Acrylic will probably work better. It's just been my experience that if you do use like Crayola washable paints or something, it has a tendency to flake off of plastic. So you may want to add some glue into your paint to help it stick a little better. And then you'll definitely want to spray it with like some clear coat or like polyurethane spray or something like that. There we go. So there's my excess, the part we're not going to keep. And then there's my little bunny ears. So the next step will be just getting some of your glue, whatever kind of glue you have. This is Glue All multi-purpose glue, but washable glue will work just as well. Pour some in. What we're gonna do is dilute the glue a little because you don't really need super thick glue. So I'm just gonna add some water. Get my paintbrush out. Stir it up. Get it a little bit runny. May have added a little too much water. I may need to add a little bit more glue in there. And it's not like an exact science. I'll kind of show you the consistency we're looking for when I get it all mixed in. So I recommend adding a little bit of water at a time. Don't get overzealous like I just did. Sure you get it all mixed up really well. Okay, so basically you want it, you want it kind of runny because you want it to really saturate your paper or your fabric. What I have is, like I said, just some printer paper that I've torn into little bits. But you can also use, I have some fabric scraps for my little dinosaur, but you could use tissue paper, you could use newspaper, you could use magazine pages, really anything. Construction paper or cardstock might be a little thick. It would be kind of hard for it to penetrate. So something that's a little bit thinner would probably work better unless you have like the thinner construction paper. At school, we have like the heavy duty, heavyweight construction paper, so you might not want to use that. All right, so let's get started. So basically what you're gonna wanna do is first, and this is where your kiddo comes in, let them lather it up. Put some on. You know, they love anything gluey, messy, painty. Just smear it on. There's really no wrong way to do this part. Stick it on. Stick on some pieces. And really you can even dip your pieces in the glue if you want to. They might really love that. I mean, it depends on how much mess you're willing to have. Stick them on there. You want, like I said, you want to get them nice and wet. So you can even, and they might slip around, so make sure you get some good coverage. Any of your pieces that hang off, don't even worry about it. Moms and dads, you can just clip those off when you're done. Basically right now you're just trying to get some coverage. And like, see, I'm not afraid of getting messy, so I'm just gonna get my hands in there. Stick some on. Let's get some more. Just get the whole thing covered up. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little pause in this video. This is where we're at so far. I'm gonna take a little pause and we'll come back because I'm quite certain that you don't want to sit here and watch me cover an entire planter, but I'll come back and I will show you the rest. Stay tuned.